Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to episode 6, is it? I think it's episode 6 of the United Revival. And as you can see, we're doing decently in the league. We're up to second place right now. Actually, 3 points behind Arsenal, and behind us by 3 points are Man City. So this is actually quite an important game. So yeah, let's look at our most recent results. I mean, we had a really good stretch ever since this Chelsea game. Of course, you saw the Bayern Munich game in the last episode, but since that Bayern Munich game, we've had a solid stretch where we won 2-0 against Bournemouth, just a solid 2-0 win. 1-0 against Brighton, which was a bit nervy. A Scott McTominay solo goal got us the win there. As you can see, we did play a fairly rotated side with a lot more of the youngsters. 0 draw against Burnley was quite disappointing. Alexis Sanchez picking himself an injury, as you can see there. Then we lost 1-0 to Bayern in the 96th minute. Kingsley Coman scored. So yes, we're coming into the United game not in the best of form, unfortunately. But you know what? That's okay. That's what make do. But speaking of injuries, as we said before, if we can have a look at the main man, Alexis Sanchez tore his hamstring, so he's out until probably Christmas time, which is not great. Luke Shaw fractured his cheekbone, so he's out for another week. Valencia's out for only a few more days. Lingard's out for a few days with a twisted ankle. Ethan Led's out for a few days with a calf injury. Paul Pogba's out for a few days with pulled ankle ligaments, and Eric Bailly is, well, he'll be fine. Now, Paul Pogba's pulled ankle ligaments injury does mean he can't play, so I am going to bring in Andreas Pereira into the starting lineup, I think. And as you can see, we do have somewhat of an injury crisis on our hands, as I guess I'm going to bring in Jesse Lingard onto the bench. But with all these injuries, the team isn't exactly deep right now. In fact, it's quite the opposite of deep. We've got a bit of a problem. Valencia's not fit. You know what, I'm not going to use Lingard. Instead, I'm going to resort to my under-23s and cool back up some of these fellas. Let's bring up Marouane Fellaini and Ashley Young. Move them to the senior squad. They're not going to play. I just kind of move them because I want to forget about them and forget about their existence as they are leaving, sorry. But let's move Ashley Young in there and just chuck Marouane Fellaini in there, I guess. Fellaini's not exactly healthy either, but you know what, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Let's just make him available for the under-23s until he's fit anyway, since he's hardly going to play. May as well do that, but we'll have him on the bench for this game. So this is how we're going to line up against City in what is a rather important game. So we'll just jump into it. I don't know if I've showed you guys this yet, but I will now. Marouane Fellaini is off in January to Fiorentina for, I think, guaranteed 10 million. There's a bit more that's non-guaranteed. And then we have Ashley Young, who is off as well in January to Newcastle for 7.5 million. Handy fee, actually. I was quite happy getting 7.5 million for Ashley Young. I jumped on that. They offered it. I said yes and goodbye. There is some interest around Darmian, which, not gonna lie, tempts me a little bit. I would like to move Darmian on. He's one of those guys where it's like, oh, I wouldn't mind moving him on to give Led more opportunities. And then we also have Dalot. So it's like Dalot, Led, and then Valencia. But Valencia's injured right now, and so is Led, which is why we have such a problem. Same with Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw's injured, so we just have 3 fullback injuries, which is why Darmian's in and around the first team. But I also had to keep in mind that Valencia's getting a bit older, so we may have to move him on soon as well to cash in on him while we can, because we don't exactly have any more young fullbacks coming through the setup right now. Hopefully we can get some during Regent Day, but this is how we're going to line up. Pretty much a mirror image of the Pep Guardiola system. Let's let them know that they want to give the fans the reason to cheer. We are the underdogs, which is interesting. because we are above City. I'm going to say it's always a tremendous occasion, which it is. We are at Old Trafford, which hopefully will serve us a world of good. As we kick off, we are underway with this fine match as Lindelof plays it out wide to the lot, and nothing's happening. But here we go. Hopefully we can get a result here. I think we can, to be honest. We can also have a peek at how Man City is setting up. Aguero's an advanced forward, Sané and Sterling playing as wingers, interestingly enough. David Silva and De Bruyne in midfield, centre midfielder and deep lying playmaker, with Fernandinho playing as a defensive midfielder. Not how I would set up, personally. I mean, not how I've set up if I want to emulate Pep either, so that's a bit odd. But you know what? That's alright. It's Andreas Pereira. Goes to Herrera. Back to Pereira. Darmian. He's in a good spot as he finds Martial, who just puts it wide, which is unfortunate. You know, they're pretty much the back line is as you would expect. I didn't actually get a good look at the fullbacks. I'll have a look at the fullbacks, but I mean, they look pretty solid. As Darmian cuts inside onto his natural right foot, and he actually almost bends that into the top right hand corner. Complete wing back and wing back, yeah. So their back line is pretty much what I'd expect. Same with the keeper. But yeah, midfield and front three. Not great tactics, to be honest, in my opinion. Not great, but that's alright. That's alright. There's De Bruyne, now places it to David Silva. I know I've just bagged out his tactics, but they're looking to get in behind. As Dalot has a interesting touch, but we will be okay. We will be okay as Jones plays it forward. Does get intercepted though, but Mendy is out of position now. So hopefully Gomez can push forward. No, he doesn't. We are slowed down. As Gomez will find the overlapping Dalot. Herrera finds him rather. Now Dalot put in a good ball, mate. He finds a header Lukaku, who hits the bar. It's a good effort there. First real chance of the game, and it was a very solid one for Lukaku as the ball fell to his feet. Rashford likely going to come on for Angel Gomez. Actually, no, probably not. I don't know. I have a real problem with the right wingers right now. That's one of my big problems with this lineup. With the squad right now. Just the lack of depth at right wingers. Matic heads it down. Darmian probably should have done better. I mean, I feel like he probably should have scored. Darmian. Lukaku turns. Lukaku holds up. Played well there for us to regain our shape. Now, Andreas Pereira is in quite a bit of space. He'll cut inside Andreas Pereira and shoot. Edison does get down to save it, but I mean, it's signs of good things really from United. Now, Andreas Pereira on the corner. He whips it in. Probably, I don't know why Lukaku isn't in the box. I probably should set pieces, because I mean, there's Lukaku. He's right there. On corners, he should probably be in the box. Probably. Just a rough feeling I have. I think he could be useful in the box rather than on the edge of the area, but maybe that's just me. Maybe Jose Mourinho is smarter than me. I would rather play. No, Lukaku's not meant to be in the box. Why does Mourinho play Lukaku in the box? Who knows? Who knows? He should be out here as a midfielder, because look, this is where the action is. As Matic goes out wide to Herrera, well, not really out wide, but now it's out wide as Dalot picks up the ball and whips in the cross. I said whips in the cross. Lukaku, who's in the box. Martial, no. See, if Lukaku was in the edgy area, it would have been the goal. Goal line technology. It says no. Goal line technology does say no. Can confirm. Okay, wait. Oh, it's just throw in. So we won't see. Oh, no. Here's Lukaku out on the wing. It's where you want him. It really is where you want him. Jeez, Lukaku. Dalot cuts in well. Finds Gomez. Angel Gomez. Lukaku. I'm not quite sure how Lukaku didn't score in that situation, to be honest. I'm rather disappointed. I mean, there's a double tap at attempt. Martial has had an awful game. You know what? He's in so bad. I'm gonna hook him before half time. Bring on Rashford. bring on the young Englishman. You know, he came through the academy. He knows how to perform in a derby. Probably should have started him, but that's okay. I went for Martial and Lukaku. Yeah, Lukaku. Anyway, Angel Gomes. Quanta Herrera goes wide. Dalot is finding some really good spaces, but just can't bring it back. As Herrera has a strike once again, it will fall to no. Dalot decided to let it go out for a throw-in. Okay, here's the sub for half time, just to make sure Martial knows how poor he has been. Because yeah, he's not been good. He just hasn't been very good. As a dog barks in the background from the neighbours. Gotta love a good neighbour's dog. Alright, let's aggressively say. Let's get aggressive. No, aggressive, please. Click that. I'm not happy. Simply not good enough. I can't yell at Martial saying he was awful. Slightly disappointed about that. I'd rather drill Martial at halftime, even though he's not playing anymore. But it's okay. It's Lukaku turn. Surely that's a foul. Surely that's a card now, ref. Ref. Well, that's questionable. As Andres Pereira whips it in. Matic. Foul. Surely. Okay, we have a penalty. And Herrera is told to take the... It's got to be Marky. Got to be Rashford. Marcus Rashford stepping up for the penalty. This substitute scores it. I mean, it's master tactician, really. If I didn't bring Rashford on at half time, we wouldn't have scored that goal. It's just brilliant tactical work, isn't it? Like, pat yourself in the back, James. Brilliant. Absolutely sensation management. Bit fortunate, but we have been a better team so far. As Darmian hoops it over, as Rashford is on the ball. Once again, Rashford cutting inside. Rashford doing bits as it falls to Andres Pereira. It goes just over the bar though. Rashford really, he's gone off clapping after he's been tackled. I'll let it slide as Otamendi tries to head it towards the goal. Not quite sure what that marking by Phil Jones was, but it's okay. As De Gea rolls it out to Lindelof. Lukaku does what he does best. He brings it down. As Gomes goes to Herrera. Herrera with a beautiful ball. Finds Lukaku. Lukaku once again does what he does best, and that's fail to convert chances. Ladies and gentlemen, Romelu Lukaku. But that's okay, because we got a corner, which is where Lukaku works best, on the edge of the area again. I need to set up set pieces. Alright, so Lukaku hasn't had a great game either. Maybe it's because at set pieces I have him outside the area. A great tackle by Lukaku, but it falls in the feet of Sterling, and I mean, very fortunate there. Very, very fortunate. As you can see, Lukaku with only 6.3. We don't have any options. What am I saying? We don't have any options. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the best option. I wouldn't be a Manchester United manager if I didn't do what Jose has wanted to do all his life. It's got to happen. Marouane Fellaini on for Lukaku, the best striker in the world. Marouane Fellaini. He's on the pitch, boys. He is on the pitch. He is here. Marouane, get in there, lad. I mean, have you seen a better striker than Marouane Fellaini? You could argue McTominay potentially is a better striker, potentially. Who knows? But I mean, Marouane Fellaini is pretty solid. In terms of changes, just Pierre maybe for McTominay to short the midfield a tiny bit, and that yellow card has really basically confirmed that to me. Let's bring in McTominay, and let's also just bring this back a bit. Let's go with the advanced playmaker on support. I'll rotate him in there to Krillo, and then let's actually bring him back to a box-to-box midfielder to try and shore up just the midfield a bit. I mean, maybe the Shuttler's the better option because I work in the space and try and win the ball back, but I mean the box-to-box midfielder is alright. And I'm sorry, I need to turn back on my fan. It's 31 degrees in here. Madness in Australia right now. Too gosh darn hot. 31 degrees. Ridiculous, if you ask me. Dalot with a poor pass, but fortunately we hold possession as Ander Herrera turns, fires it into Gomes. Gomez looking for Rashford. It's not a great ball, but hopefully Rashford can recover. No, Bernardo Silva will get there first. John Stones It's on the ball back to Bernardo Silva. And, I mean, that's a mighty good ball. As Aguero shoots. I mean, David De Gea is somewhat of a club legend. That man is saving me again and again and again. David De Gea, you're a superhero. What more can I say? He is an utter superhero. My goodness. Like 7.2 average rating. You rarely see goalkeepers have ratings as ridiculous as that. But he's done it. He's done it. Fellaini as a striker has been very solid. Arguably better than Lukaku. Arguably. It's close. Imagine if Fellaini scored as a striker right now. My goodness. Now, interesting substitution. Bring on Stepanenko for Fernandinho. You're down 1-0. What do? You switch a defensive midfielder with another defensive midfielder. I'm not sure I would do that. There's Damian. Actually, that's a peach. The ball to Rashford. Now, there's only a few seconds left, but Rashford can drag it back. He does drag it back, but it's 2-1, and surely, ref, blow your whistle. Blow your whistle. One ref. End it. End it. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, a 1-0 win over Manchester City. It's a solid win. And, you know what? Let's have a look at this. So this is the kid that he's 29. But still. Ball-winning midfielder. It's an interesting player to bring on. From Shakhtar for 14 million. Didn't Fernandinho come from Shakhtar? Did he? He did. There you go. Manchester City and poaching players from Shakhtar. They seem to love it. But, I mean, it's a gutsy 1-0 win. Penalty was the difference, but, I mean, I'm pleased. People had us ridden off today. Well done, lads. We've got a good result. I'm going to say to Tony Martial, though, I'm going to certainly say that I'm not very happy with your performance. He's delighted with that feedback. He's delighted I'm not very happy with his performance. Interesting reaction. Very interesting. That he is delighted that I'm disappointed with his performance. I'm delighted with the results as well. I'm absolutely delighted. They know what they have to do. Absolutely, confidence is high. I certainly say no. It's not an issue. Passionately, extra incentive. Matteo had a solid game. Let's say that calmly. You know, he had a solid game. I think they've been magnificent. It's really interesting to watch it unfold. But that will wrap up today's episode, guys. If you did enjoy, make sure you smash the like button down below once again. And of course, if you're new, subscribe. The sub gain has been crazy still, so I'm so thankful for that, guys. You're all amazing. Thank you so much. And until next time, peace.